Assalamualaikum and good day to everyone. First off, I would like to give special thanks to our lecturer, Dr. Nurjahan binti Sakamat, for her guidance in this subject, CSC577, Software Engineering course. Secondly, thanks to all my team members that spent effort towards the completion of this group project. Before we start, I will be introducing our team member. We have 5 people in our group. First is me, Muhammad Adi bin Osman, as a project manager. Then Nur Nabika binti Khairul Anwar as business analyst. Adam bin Nur Azmi as technical writer. Nur Azimah binti Razali, the programmer. And Nur Atira Safika binti Sotiman, also programmer. For this project, we have created a simple bookstore management system. Basically, it is a web application that helps storekeeper and manager to keep track of books and sales records. So why is this system is created? So the system is created to simplify inventory and sales management. It also can enhance data security by using authenticated session for access. And also, it also provides overall view of sales to assist in decision making. For the first most viable product, we are targeting books only. As we discovered from market survey, there is still significant demands for book nowadays. So we can see that by reading books, it improves concentration and also reduce eye strain when reading compared to reading electronic books. Also, book has known to continue provide more enjoyable experience to read using printed material. Also, for the software itself, it is designed to be expandable for future enhancement. For example, we can expand the system to also include ebooks and stationery. For the scope of this project, this system, for now, it is limited to web application only. The system is developed using web-based technology such as HTML, CSS, JS, PHP, and MySQL as database. The main feature includes authenticate user, CRUD operation on books and sales, view books and sales record, as well as view sales analytics. So for the development plan for this project, it spent about 4 months from April to July. It was done using Scrum process with 2-week sprint. Basically, we only spend 1 to 2 hours every 2 weeks to complete this project. Okay, next I will pass to my other group members for the next presentation. Thank you.
Next is architecture design. So this is the overall use case diagram, and the purpose of UML is to specify the context of the system and capture system requirement. So this is our use case diagram. Basically, we have 2 actors, manager and shopkeeper, and we have this functionality: login, manage book, which includes view book, insert book, update book, and delete book. Next, we have create invoice, view sales report, and manage inventory, which includes update inventory. Next, this is the class diagram. So the class diagram is purposely to show static structure of classifier in a system. So this consists 3 parts, which is out for the authentication, order card for invoice, and book for book details.
The last member will be me myself, Adam bin Azmi, which is the technical writer. So from my designations, I'll be focusing more on technical content, whereby I'll be preparing a technical documentations, or maybe a graph, for instance, um, which is for mainly for the communication or discussions between um, the users and the backend programmer, for example. So use cases include under system module. So the first use case would be a login. So basically, this just to explain the users and how the system works. So basically, the use case would be the primary actor will be the manager and shopkeeper, and the description where the manager and shopkeeper can view catalog or the management and book details. And the precondition will be the manager and shopkeeper must be successful registering the system. Of course, they need to register to their credential and log into their credentials before they can view the catalog or proceed with the order management, for instance. And the post condition will be once they log in, the system will display hi, I mean, welcome to dashboard, and the manager and shopkeeper can view catalog or management or book management. So the next slide will be the normal flow. So basically, user insert username and password to be logged in the system, and the system will process the login if the users are the password is correct. Will redirect hi admin. Else, we display hi admin. Please check your login system. So that means this is more towards the security system where if you enter the wrong password, it will pop up this error message such as please check your login details. So the exceptional or alternative flow if the manager and the shopkeeper insert wrong password, the system will display hi and please check your login. And let's just go to the interaction design, which is diagram. So this is the activity diagram. So let's quickly explain to you. So we start with the click on login. So then we read, and the system requires user to enter password and pay that user. So the process to the system will process the credentials. So this is the decision, the identical correct, which is yes. If the password and username is correct, it will redirect to a message, hello, hi, I mean, welcome to a dashboard. And it will redirect to dashboard page and it will end. But if the username or credential is wrong, so it will display hi, please check your login details. So let's just go to the sequence diagram. So this is the sequence diagram where this is a login and example. This is the actor, manager and shopkeeper, and this is the bookstore management system and database. So the users need to log in, and the system will navigate to login page. And the user need to fill the credentials, and the system will process the credentials, and it will compare the credentials from the database. So that means once you created the credentials, it will store in database, and once you log into your credential, the system will compare the credential from the database. So these somehow will help the organization, for instance, to have multiple users in case they have let's say a tent of shopkeepers from different departments, for instance, so they can just log into the same system and using their own dedicated credentials. So I just go to data design. Data input will be username and password. Data output will be username, password, and so basically it will display everything on the system. And let's just go to the second use case, which is view book. So this is the use case, right? So basically, this is the actor, and they just go to manage book, and they just can just view book. So the description will be the shopkeeper manager, and the shopkeeper manager or the user can view books information detail. So of course, they need to log into the system, and the system will display the list of available books. The shopkeeper manager will book detail information. So basically, once they log into the system, they can just go to manage book, that you can just go to manage book and you can just tap on view book tab, and basically the system will display every single details in regards to the books. So again, this is normal flow. So just go to the user part, the user log into the system, and the user navigate the manage book. The system display all the available book, including titles, author, publishers, year of publish, and gender respectively. And the user click the book list, view book, and the system display the book information. Um, so if the alternative flow would be if there is no book insert, the system display indicate there is no result from. That means in case there is no book insert in the bookstore management system, so of course the system will show no result was found. So this is the interaction design, which is active diagram. So user, of course, user need to log in, navigate to manage book, and the system will display all the available books. If the book exists, of course, they will retrieve the book list, and the user can just click on the book list to view the book, and the system will display book information. And, but in case a book is not available, so the system will display no book. So this is the sequence diagram, and just go to view book. So that the data info will be no book required here. No data info required, and data pool is of the book from database. So basically, once you enter the books information, the system display all the books information. So let's just go to the third use case, which is insert book. So this is the use case diagram. Of course, this is the manager and shopkeeper will be the users. And again, they are using the same tab, which is manage book. But this time, they can insert book. So how they can insert book? Of course, the first thing first, they need to log into the system. And the shopkeeper manager can insert new book if there is a new arrival. So this is the main purpose of having these features. And the precondition would be, of course, that they need to log in. The manager need to check the current available book title under Manage Book tab. So that means the user can check the current available book. If they say the available book is insufficient or they need to reorder, so they can just order a new book. And they can, once the new book arrive, they can just insert the book inside the um, book management system, and the system will display the quantity of available books. So this is how they can analyze whether they have sufficient or insufficient book in their systems. And the shopkeeper manager analyze the stocks quantity and insert. This is basically a more towards the stock management. So this is a normal flow. Again, this is the users where users need to log in, and user need to click on manage book tab. The user can add a new book. So the system will display all the available books in case the book is insufficient or not available. Let's say the new incoming book, a new book arrived, and or maybe they want to add a new book, the new title, for example. So they can just go to manage book, add new book tab, and the system will display all the form containing the required information. And once they key in all these information, they can just click on the save book, and the system will save the book information in database. And this is the interaction diagram, which is the activity diagram. So of course they need to log in, they need to navigate to book manage book, and the system will display all the books available. They can just tap on add new book, and the system will display the book form for the user, which is the shopkeeper or the manager to enter all the required information. So the system will save the book information in database. So once they conduct the search, they can find the new book which they recently added. And this is the sequence diagram. So basically, the type will be book title, author, publishers, anything related to book information, and the output will be, of course, any information that they just entered. So let's just So basically, the test case, I will explain the second test case, which is the view book. So for the test objective, the bookstore or manager, bookstore keeper or manager can view the available books. So this is the users. And potential test books would be number of available book, image of the book, title, author, publishers, year, gender, price, quantity, and as well as the action. So this is all related to the books information. And sorry, this is the expected test output. The expected test output will be the system successfully show list of the available books. So once they log in, so the system will show all the available books, including the image, title, author, anything related to books information. So the test procedure will be the users log into the system, enter their credential, and tap on the finish of the book. So the result follow the expected test output. So this is the continuous for the view books. So the let's say um, test, let's say we just need to test whether the system failed to show the available book in the platform, for example. So the potential test input will be normal book available, image of the book, title, anything related to the book informations. And the expected test output will be system will successfully shows all the list of the available book as we expected before. So the test procedure, of course, they need to follow the same procedure, which is log into the system, enter credential, and click on or tap on view book. So the actual test is the system will show the list of available books. So basically, the system still able to show all these available book in the system. So the third use case will be insert book. So the test one will be whether to test whether the system successfully follow with the potential test output, and the second test just to test if we did the other way around, system will pop up any error message or will still pop up the expected result. So the test objective, the bookstore keeper manager insert a new book in the system. Of course, they need to insert all this required information such as book title, author, publisher, you publish, select. They have to select the gender. This is automatically set up by the system, whether it is a friction or non-friction. So basically, this is easy and the fastest way for the bookstore keeper to key in the information. And the price, of course, they need to enter the price, quantity, book, position, and they can upload their book cover as well. So the system will successfully save and update the newly insert book. This is the expected test output. And the procedure, of course, they need to enter all this information. And the actual test result is the result of the expected test output, which is the system successfully save and update the newly insert book. Um, This is a second test to test if the system failed to update the newly inserted system. So basically, the process is still the same, and the potential test input is still remain the same. It's just that we just want to identify whether the system still able to key in all the, I mean, add the new book in the bookstore system. So basically, I tested. By skip the book description and skip the upload the book cover, as well as of course I need to tap on save book button. So basically I enter the book title, I skip the author, I skip the published detail, I enter the year of publish, I enter the fiction, which is non-fiction or fictions, and of course the price, the quantity, but I skip the book description, upload the book description. I skip to upload the book cover, and I click on save button. So the system will still save the available information, but the system failed to capture the missing detail from the user. So that means somehow the users such as book storekeeper even the manager can still enter the newly purchased book in the bookstore system. But in case they skip a few required information, they can still, I mean, the system can still captures and store the information in the database. So somehow this will help the users or the bookstore keeper mainly to key in the newly book. Maybe they need to identify, maybe they need to confirm with the author on the book description, for instance, or maybe they can re-upload a book cover in case there's a new book cover came. So this somehow will help the users, as in the bookstore keeper or manager, to key in any information that they have, and they can edit in the futures. So this somehow will help them to reduce their time to spend to delete in case they need to enter any information pertaining to the book, but they don't have such informations. So they can just enter whatever information they have. The test, I just want to test um, the use case as I mentioned earlier. So password. So basically, once you enter the password, the system will shows. Basically, this is for project use only, and the system will take some time to upload. So basically, this is the GUI or the interface of the system. So this is the name of the system. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, once you're logged in, the system will pop up to hi admin. So basically, um, this is the message showed by the system once you're able to log in using your credential. Let's say I just entered wrong username or your wrong password. Sorry. Um, let's say this is the wrong credential or wrong password. Let's see if we can still log in. See, hi admin, please check the login details. So I need to enter my credential before I can log in to the system, right? So, okay. So basically, this is a dashboard. Dashboard is important for the manager, mainly for the manager to view the performance of the sales. So basically, they can just check the annual order and their annual earning, order, as well as their monthly earning. So basically, this will help the manager or um, the users to come out with the business decisions. So our first use case will be to view the book. So this is manage book tab. So basically, I can just click on the manage book tab. I can view the number of available book. I can view the image of the book. Um, I can view the title of the book as well as the author, publisher, year, gender, price, the available quantity. And I can click on edit to edit the actions. Let's say I want to edit the quantity, I want to add a new quantity, and I can just click on update book. So let's just go back to, or I can just delete. Let's say this book is no longer sell, I can just delete the book. So this is what I mentioned before. In case in case I don't have a book cover, I can just leave. I can just skip to upload the book cover, but the system will shows these pictures. So let's just test the second use case, which is add book. So let's say I want to add the new book name from. Okay, I can just click on author, publisher, but I need to enter year of publish. So let's say 2017. or I can just use this toggle button. Okay, and I need to choose the gender, which is the friction or frictions, as well as the price. I need to enter the price. Let's say, oh, oh sorry, I skip everything, but I enter the book title as well as the price. So as you can see, I didn't enter, let's say if I didn't enter the quantity of the book, so the system will automatically shows out of stock, but it still shows the price. So I just go back. So this is the one. I can click on edit. Let's say I know how many book available or book I will order soon. So I can just put let's say 5. But I skip the book descriptions and I skip to upload the book cover. Let's say I just update. I can still update the mentioned book. All right. So let's say I want to upload the book cover. In case the book cover the author has provided the latest book cover, I can just click on browse and I can just update the new book cover. So in case this is no longer needed, I can just delete this. Right. Same goes to other book, for example, Harry Potter. In case the Harry Potter has a new book cover, I can just click on edit and I can just click on browse and change the new book cover. Right. So that is it. So this is the entries where I can just change. Say I want to change to 100, I want to view 100. I can just change. So we want pages instead. So we only have 30 books available on the bookstore system. So that's about it. I think that's all from me. Thank you so much. But I just want to add a few things in how we can sell the system. So nowadays, as we all know, everything is online. Everything is, we can just get everything from our phones, for instance. So how the system can help and how the system can be sold is, as you can see, the features is very quite straightforward, but at the same time, um, the security still we still emphasize the security system, as in you need to, of course, you need to log into your credentials and how the system can help the users out there. So as you can as we all know, nowadays we have digital libraries for institution as well as even organizations. Um, so this digital library system, the book management system, will somehow help the digital library to manage their books, for instance, by saving their costs, so they don't have to build a physical libraries for the students or the employees. Instead, they can just have this digital library where their student, for instance, or their employee can purchase books. Next, aside from like focusing on the books, you can sell any reading articles. Okay, you can just download the system. You can just sell whatever reading materials such as articles or journals inside this bookstore system. And yeah, I think that's all from me. Thank you so much and have a good day. Bye.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nur Atira Shafika. So today I'm going to explain about use case 4 and 5, which is update and delete books. So we will go through this code walkthrough and system demonstration for this function. I will start with a coding walkthrough. So as you can see, this will display the list of books, okay, from the database. So if you want to edit the book, you will go to book.add.php. So where do we find this? We will go to this file and it will go to this function. So it will all satisfy this condition: check image, check if file already exists. Okay, and then you will go to book, edit book function. So where do we find this book.edit book function? We will go to book.php and we will find the function for edit book. So this code will update the book content. We need to do a system demonstration for update book. So first you have to log in into the system. Okay, and then you go to the sidebar and click manage book. So this will show the list of books that we have in the system. So choose any book that you want to edit. Let's say I choose this book. Okay, you click this button and it will display the detail of the book. So let's say I want to edit the book quantity into 23. So I click this button and then we go to the book that we have chosen earlier and you will see the quantity is updated. So these are the use case function for delete book. So I'm going to do a system demonstration and coding walkthrough for this function. I'm going to explain about delete function. Okay, so these are the list of the books. Okay, so you will see this button book delete.php. So this will go to book-delete.php file. So it will go to this function book delete book. So where do we find this function? We have to go to book.php and we find the function delete book. So from this function it will delete book based on what user choose. Okay, so when this function is hit, okay, you will see a on click function, okay, to confirm the user. So once the user click yes, it will delete the book. So I'm going to explain about the delete book function. So first you have to log into the system and then you go to the sidebar and find manage book. So choose any book that you want to delete. Let's say I delete this book, so click this function, okay, and it will appear the confirmation box. So if you choose yes, so click OK and you will see the book is successfully deleted. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I am Nur Azimah. I will do the demo and coding walkthrough for the use case 6 create invoice. So this is the code. This is the class book, and in this class we will retrieve the functions such as get books by ID, get all books, and search book. Next, from class order card we will using the function add card, add item, get card by ID, get item by card ID. Next, we have book catalog.php. So this page will display all of the books, and this function we will be using for search book and display the result for the search book. And from line 95 to 107, this function is used to add to cart. Next, book order.php. So in this page, we can fill in the customer name and customer phone number, and all of the items from add to cart will be displayed here. And this page will be displayed the total price, and we can set the discount, and it will show the total payment. So below is the function JavaScript to add to cart, to edit the discount and edit the quantity. So I will demo how to create the invoice. First of all, we need to log in first and navigate to catalog. So after navigate to the catalog, we can search for the book. So for example, we will search for this book, add to cart. Next, we can see the add to cart item at this page. So here we can edit the quantity. and fill in the customer name. Here we can apply discount. For example, we will put 10% here and click checkout. So here is the result for our trade invoice. Let's proceed to the next use case, which is use case 7, view invoice. So this is the coding. We will be using the order card class. Next, book history.php. So this page will be display all of the order history. We will be retrieve the order history from database and we will show it here. Next, we have card invoice.php. So this function will be retrieve get card by ID and get item by card ID, and it will be shown as the invoice display. Here is the order history page. Log in into the system and click the order history. So we can see all of the invoice here. So search for the latest invoice here. For example, invoice ID 26. Click the button to view, and this is the invoice that we retrieve from this ID. That's all. Thank you.
Hi, I am Nonavika. I will do demo and coding look through for use case number 8, view sales. So this is the coding class for ordercard.php. For use case view sales, the coding line start from line 99, which we call function get earning monthly, get earning yearly, get order monthly, get order yearly, get earning each month, get status, and the last one is update order status. Next is book dashboard.php. Starting from line number 6 until line number 9, we will display get earning monthly, get earning yearly, get order monthly, and get order yearly at the dashboard later on the website. And then continue for line 119, which is coding for line chart, which is will display earning overview per month. And also at the book dashboard.php for line 137, we show coding for pie chart. So this is the chat area demo JavaScript. This is the chat pie demo JavaScript for pie chart. Here we're using type donut and label as pending paid cancel for payment. So I will start doing a demo for use case number 8, view sales. First step, I will log in into the system. And then I will click on the dashboard part. As you can see, the earning monthly, order monthly, earning annual, order annual, a line chart and also a pie chart is appeared. So we want to check if the earning by month amount is correct or not. So we take a look at the August earning. Total is 264. So we go to the order history and then we find the month of August. Let's see, Nura 120, and then on 1 August we have Yuki for 72 ringgit, and also on 2 August we earn 72 ringgit. So 120 plus 72 and 72 is 264. So 264 here. So that means the test was successful and the system correctly displayed the sales report. I will continue to demo and coding look through for use case number 9, manage order. So this is the book history.php, where there is an option to add new order and display the detail of the customer name, phone, total payment, order status, and action. Also, the action is related to whether the manager or bookkeeper want to delete the order or update the order status, either paid, pending, or cancel. Line number 71 is a class button where it will appear a message, are you sure you want to remove this order, to confirm, and admin to delete the detail of the customer. So I will start doing a demo for use case number 9, manage order. First, I will log in first. And then the dashboard appeared. Order status here, as you can see, the green one is paid. So let's say I want to update the order status. I will click to the order history, and then let's say here the customer name Nora already paid 120, but would like to make a refund because the book is not having a stock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click to action, and then on status option I will click cancel, since all the item is not on the stock, already out of stock. So once I click cancel, I will go back and let's see the dashboard. As you can see, the order status for cancel is appeared here, and also the earning is reduced from 264 to 144. That means the test was successful. The system correctly marked the order as paid, pending, and cancelled correctly. Conclusion for this project is the book management system presents itself as an effective and user-centric solution for purchasing books online. With its user-friendly interface, comprehensive search function, and personalized book recommendations, the system is poised to provide an enriching and satisfying experience for book enthusiasts, promoting a seamless and enjoyable journey from discovery to purchase. Thank you.